what are, things that you wish that people like me understood?
Listen more.
To listen more.
Yep.
You don't really know who you are or what you are until you put a really big challenge in front of you.
Fear is an asset and ally here to help you be magnificent.
This crazy, silly, stupid idea to run across the Sahara Desert.
You did make it this time, but you said if you didn't make it, you would try again and again.
Everybody's connected to nature, connected to music, to their families, and now we're going to build a world that doesn't have racism and war and starving kids.
I kept telling myself, run at me, and just keep smiling.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Extra Mile. My name is Gene Berghoff. It is a beautiful evening in New York City, and I'm walking in the park just outside my apartment, and they finally put the basketball hoops back on the backboards in the basketball court near my apartment. So you might hear some kids playing basketball. It's really nice to see that. First time I've seen anybody playing basketball in a few months now. Just a quick note before today's interview. Our guest today is Jason Russell. And Jason is the co-founder of Black Men Run, obviously a voice that we need to hear from right now. Jason is also a stroke survivor. He suffered a stroke in 2017, and he is still relearning to speak. And so at times during the interview, it can be difficult to hear Jason, but I hope that you will all listen, because when you do listen, you will hear that that is exactly what Jason wants us to do, to listen. So wherever you are, turn up your volume and turn on your charity miles and come along for the walk or the run with me and Jason Russell. Every mile matters. Hey, Jason, how are you? Oh, I can't hear you. There you go.
You hear me?
Yep, I can hear you good.
Good. Great.
Thank you very much for making time today. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And where are you calling from?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Excellent. How are things down in Atlanta?
Hot.
Hot? Yeah.
Yep.
It's a little muggy here in New York, too. I'm actually walking in the park outside my apartment.
Cool.
Beautiful day.
Okay.
We got some flowers here that you can see. And actually, what's really nice is this basketball court, which is right outside my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
They just put the rims back on the basketball court, and there's some kids playing basketball, which people might be able to hear. So that's the first time in 3 months that people would be out playing.
COVID, right? Yeah.
Things are starting to open up.
Hopefully faster, yeah. Yeah.
So I really appreciate you making time. There's a lot that we can discuss here, but let's just start with you, and if you can maybe introduce yourself and give a little bit of your story.
Yeah. So I'm Jason Russell. I'm 47 years old. The co-founder of Black Men Run. Started in 2007 in Atlanta, Georgia.
Great. So you're the co-founder of Black Men Run in Atlanta, Georgia. How did you start Black Men Run, and why did you start Black Men Run?
It was a need for it.
There was a need for it. What was the need?
The fact that I've been running for many, many years.
Yep.
I see the same guys. Hold on. Hold on a second.
Sure.
Okay.
Can you say that again?
I would see the same guys at every race.
Yep.
But I never knew them. So I wanted to create a safe space for guys to run together, train together.
And this is going to sound like a rhetorical question, but it's not
Sure.
a rhetorical question.
Go ahead.
When you said that you saw the same guys at each race,
Right.
you mean that you weren't seeing any other black guys at those races?
True. Right.
And when you said that you wanted to make a safe place for other black people to feel like they could run,
Run together.
What was it that didn't feel safe to you?
Not feel safe, but just let's push each other.
To push each other.
Right.
When did you start running?
About 10 years ago.
10 years ago. And why did you start running?
Health and fitness.
For the fitness?
Yeah.
Were you athletic in other endeavors before that?
Not really.
And what was your life like before you started running?
Work and family.
Work and family. Do you have kids?
Yeah. 2 kids, yeah.
How old?
7 and 12.
Okay, excellent.
Yep.
And what were you doing professionally at that time?
Working.
And you just decided one day I want to start running? Was there something about running that drew you to it? That, for all the things you wanted to do for fitness? Your father.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your father was a runner.
Yeah.
And he was running when you grew up?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when you started running, what was that like? Did you start doing races right away, or did you, a lot of people say that, I ran down the block and that was as far as I could go, or what was it like for you?
Right. Down the block.
Just down the block. Do you remember your first run?
I do actually, yeah. Yeah.
What was the day like?
It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day. Hot in Atlanta, or was it
hot day,
winter
yeah.
time?
Summer day.
When you finished that run, was it like you were in love instantly, or you were like?
It was. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. And so, but was there something about running that you didn't feel comfortable with at that time? Like you mentioned.
Not really.
Okay. And then you started to do the races. Like what races did you start doing? 5Ks, 10Ks?
5Ks and 10Ks and half marathons.
Did you do the Atlanta Track Club?
I did, yeah. Yeah.
So I know the Atlanta Track Club. I mean, that's probably like one of the biggest track clubs in the country.
It is.
Is it not diverse?
It is diverse, yeah.
It is diverse. I would think it's diverse.
It is, yeah.
So was there something that like you were saying, that you were looking for like a safe place? Like what is it that like the running community wasn't providing to you that you felt like we need a community for Black Men Run?
Just to give guys a chance to really talk about things for a comfort zone.
A comfort zone.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason I ask that is because obviously, like, it's not something that I've ever thought about.
Right.
Which is part of the problem, right? Like,
I understand, yeah.
Part of the problem. And like, I run with people of all races and backgrounds
and colors.
And colors. And it's never occurred to me that maybe, a friend of mine that is a different color skin than I is maybe not feeling comfortable.
Possible.
So and I'm sure that other people out there listening to this are feeling the same way. And,
right.
Obviously I feel terrible about that I can't think of anything that I did that would have purposely made feel someone uncomfortable, but
right.
I obviously want to be sensitive to that. So
definitely. Yeah.
What are, things that you wish that people like me understood?
To listen more.
To listen more.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. When I moved to New York and really started running a little bit more seriously, I'd started doing marathons before I moved to New York. But when I moved to New York, my running group was a very, very diverse group. It was me, and I'm, Jewish, white guy from New Jersey, New York.
Right.
A friend of mine who was a Catholic priest. friend of mine who is gay and of a different skin color than me and background, and the three of us would run together, and it was like it's
calming. Yeah.
It was great. Like we're always able to share these very, very diverse viewpoints with each other and have these incredible conversations. You know, like when you go out for like a long run, you can talk with someone for forever and talk about things that you don't talk about with other people.
It's true.
But it never occurred to me that maybe I needed to be more sensitive than I was being.
Yeah. Part of it.
So what year did you start Black Men Run?
2007.
2007, that's right, you said that.
Yeah.
So it's 13 years old. How has it grown since then?
Exponentially.
Exponentially. How many people are in the club now?
A couple of thousand.
All over the United States?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how do you interact with each other? Is it on social media? Are there
Social media.
chapters?
Yeah. Chapters.
Is there a chapter here in New York City?
Yes. Yeah.
How often do you get together?
We have meetups once a year.
Once a year.
Yeah.
And you travel and meet each other at races and things like that?
We do, yeah. Yeah.
And are most of the people also part of other running clubs as well, like
they are
Roadrunners, Atlanta Track Club, Flyers, things like that?
Definitely.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How has the last week, 2 weeks with everything that's going on impacted you guys, and what have you been doing? I guess not response isn't the right word, but how have you guys been experiencing that as a club?
Not a lot. We're very tight knit, so we've been very honest with each other. It gives us a chance to talk to each other.
Just talk to each other. Have you been able to get together in person, or is that impossible with the COVID?
It's impossible.
Impossible. So you do like Zoom meetups and
Zoom Skypes. Yeah.
Is there? Have you been able to actually do anything? Like.
Yeah.
What's that?
We do group run still.
Okay. You also mentioned to me before we got on that you are a stroke survivor.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
What year did you have your stroke?
2017.
2017. Oh, so recently. So,
Yeah.
How did that come about? Because you seem obviously very fit. You're running.
I was at my desk, working, and a stroke and brain aneurysm.
And a brain aneurysm.
Right.
Holy cow.
Yep. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a whole lot.
To say the least.
Yep.
We're
very blessed to be here.
Who was anybody around to call 911? Who was there?
Yep. Coworkers. Yeah. Grady Hospital.
And what was the recovery period like for you in that?
I'm still recovering.
You're still recovering.
Yeah. Process.
What do you do? I mean, it's pretty incredible that you're able to run.
Yeah.
I know people who've had a stroke that can't talk.
Right.
What are you doing to?
And walk.
Yeah. What?
Therapy. Prayer. Rest and therapy.
Is there a certain regimen that you're doing, as far as that?
Yeah. I still run daily. Therapy twice a week.
How far do you run when you run?
A couple miles.
Are you able to run by yourself, or do you need someone with you?
Myself.
Do you like to run by yourself, or do you like to run with other people?
Groups.
in groups?
Yeah.
What's it like to run after having a stroke and a
Good question,
brain
right?
aneurysm?
You get used to it.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
Before you had the stroke,
Mm-hmm.
were you healthy?
I was, yes.
Did the doctors know
Blood
why
pressure.
you had it?
Stress.
Stress.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
What were you stressed about?
Good question.
Well, that's. I think I have a lot of stress in my life. I think I
Right.
should be careful.
I forgot, right?
Wow. Was work very stressful for you?
It was, yes. Yeah.
Did you eat healthfully?
I did sometimes, yeah.
Or was your diet okay? Because a lot of times runners, like myself included, like I think I can eat anything I want.
Right. Which
So
is
I mean,
false.
my not.
Right.
No.
Nope. Don't do that.
Wow, I can't even imagine.
Yep.
Did you know what happened when it was happening?
They're not.
You did not. You just woke up. You were
Yep.
at work. All of a sudden, you woke up and you were in the hospital.
Yeah.
How many days later?
Exactly.
How long after it was
Weeks
that you
later.
woke up? How long?
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Whew.
What's up, man?
That is heavy.
Yeah.
So what is it that you wish that people knew about strokes?
Watch your diet. Your stress. Exercise daily.
Exercise daily?
Yeah.
Have you been doing, I'm very interested in the brain, and I've read a few books, not that many books, about neuroplasticity.
Yeah.
And they talk about how stroke survivors can often, retrain the brain, retrain the
Yeah.
plasticity of the brain. Have you been doing exercises like that?
I have.
I mean, that's
Luminosity. Yeah.
What types of exercises do you do for that?
Luminosity.
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
Luminosity.
Nomosity?
No, luminosity.
And what is that?
Website.
It's a website?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to get a link to that and put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Oh, Luminosity. I know there's an
Yeah.
app for that, right? And they have all the puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that'd be good. So that's what your
Yeah.
doctor prescribes for you is Luminosity?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah.
How long was it before you were able to speak again?
About a month.
A month.
Yeah.
And so when you look at that, like how does the lessons that you learned from that challenge, which are obviously incredible,
Yeah.
how are you applying those lessons to the challenges that we're going through now as a country, whether it be COVID,
Right.
the economy, all the, stuff that we're going through on the racial issues?
Right.
How do you apply the challenges that you learned through either your stroke or through running to what we're going through now?
You can't quit. Gotta fight every day. So the goal and follow through with it.
Can't quit.
Set a
Fight
goal.
every day.
Yeah. Follow your goals and dreams.
Mm. Are there certain things that you draw from
I
that
do.
give you the strength to do that? What is it that you do? Like, what do you practice in your daily life that gives you the strength to not quit?
Just running, meditation, prayer, and reading.
And reading.
Yeah.
What do you like to read?
Nonfiction.
Nonfiction?
Yeah.
Have you learned anything new in the last month from the current challenges that we're going through that maybe add a dimension to the lessons that you've learned in your other challenges?
Life is short. Yeah. Live you say.
Excellent.
Be the best you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was the last thing you said?
Be the best you can be.
And I guess, just to tie it back to what we were talking about before, if there's a call to action that you can make to the running community that's listening to this right now, the people that, are using charity miles are obviously not just runners, but running for different causes.
Mm-hmm.
What are things that we can do to be supportive of the Black Men Run cause?
Listen and share our stories and just be aware.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try. And I appreciate you making time to share this with us today,
Sure, man.
share a little bit with us today. And I think
No problem.
I speak for probably everyone in the Charity Miles community when I say that I'll try. I know that we're all going to try.
Sure,
So
brother.
thank you very much. And thank you very much
Sure, man.
for all that you've been through
Yep.
and for sharing a little bit of that with
Thank
us
you.
today. And thanks to everybody for joining us. Jason,
Yep.
every mile matters.
See you, man.
Bye.
Bye.